Welcome to Waco, Texas, home of the Baylor Bears at McLean Stadium. Boats lining the brasses as the Baylor line is ready to welcome the Bears onto the field. We are in full-on stripe-out mode as the fans doing their part to try to distort the vision of the visitors. As we'll see a squad from the Big Ten, the Florida Gators, taking on a team from the Mountain West, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. And the Bears will kick it away first. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. The Gators offense takes the field. And as we watch this wide receiver come onto the field, when you have a dude like this, you find ways to get him the ball over and over again, no matter what the defense tries to take away.
Yeah, because the defense can't win. Whether you double team him, we're still going to win. And they're going to give him the ball in quick passes. They're going to throw it deep, and they're going to take advantage of him every opportunity they can. They will feed him. They will feature him because he's just that good.
Fires to the right. He's got it. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
And I think you're seeing these guys in every offense now. These littler guys, that they're so quick, it's hard to get a hand on them. Run crisp routes. You can throw it short, you can throw it long, but they're just big-time playmakers. You've definitely seen an emphasis shift towards smaller wide receivers with some serious skill.
Quick pass on the jet motion. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Trying to find his man on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Pryor. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
Well, they execute the end route. And how about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Solid fundamentals on that tackle from this freshman.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just...
Of 13.
Well, the defense just needs to do a better job on that critical situation. That was a golden opportunity to get off the field, but quarterback and receiver, they were just better on that one. Nice throw. Nice job by the receiver getting his feet in bounds.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. Tackle is made after a pickup of 6 down to the 19-yard line. And the Gators are in the hurry-up. They feed him again. Tackle is made after the first down.
And that's back-to-back now. We've seen this running back get it done on their opening drive of the game. That last carry got the first down. So if I'm the offensive coordinator right now, I love the way my O-line's playing, and I love the way this guy's toting the rock. I'm going to give it to him again.
Now down to the 12-yard line. It's first down. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Draws and screens are a great way to slow down really aggressive pass rushers. It allows the defensive ends and the defensive tackles to run upfield. The offensive linemen kind of push them upfield, go down to the next level, try to sneak in a big play.
Little touch pass to the receiver. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it first and goal. From the one, it's first and goal as they try to open the scoring here. Trying to barge their way in. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Florida!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise on the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Baylor's offense will take the field for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
Looking to move it through the air. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
And they're trying to dig out of the hole on 2nd and long from the 9. He's looking to throw. Makes the pass. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Touchdown, Gators! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. If I'm the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more ways to get this guy running the football and keep this defense on their heels.
Running back searching for a hole. A most efficient pickup of 6 on first down. It's 2nd and 4. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Grab behind the line. It's Angulo. Running through contact. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Comes out throwing on first down. Finds his big tight end.
Nice quick throw there. It's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
He's looking for a man on 2nd down. Finds his big tight end. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. The Bears getting set on 1st and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. They go to the ground. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. They came out and jumped on them early in the first. Let's take a break and look at the first quarter stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
You've got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Dumps it to the back. Fires into traffic. Picked off. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 50. The 30. Running inside the 20. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida! Look, a lot of time left. There's a little bit of distance right now being put on the score.
There is, but it's so awesome when you're in defense and you study all week about what's coming and what routes to be ready for, and then you jump the route and you make the plays and you just go get in that end zone. It is so beautiful.
On the move from inside his 5. He goes out of bounds on that return right at the 20-yard line. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
He's got his man. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Not the most productive half of this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. Used the play fake, now to throw. And they got him for the sack. He just terrorized his quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers, and then coordinators figure it out and then start double-teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be...
Hit the gas, kid! Wide open ahead! Touchdown, Baylor! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with the 1st down.
That's a really good-looking run. I tell you, it's not easy to start at the running back position for the Florida Gators. When you think of where they can recruit in the state of Florida and really nationally, they've got a lot of the best around the country in high school wanting to come play here. So it says a lot if you're RB1 in this offense, but this dude shows you why. Speed.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. The Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
He's going for the big play. Picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
What a nice play by the DB there. When that rain starts coming down, the ball gets a little bit heavier. The quarterback throws the ball a little bit lighter. DBs can take advantage sometimes of some underthrown balls, go out and make some big plays.
Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple.
Great timing there on that throw by the QB on the out route. Gets it to his guy just in time. He makes the catch, and his momentum takes him out of bounds.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down. And the Bears will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the returner will be knocked down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Looking to pass on 2nd down. Fires deep on the run. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
Well, I like this quarterback being aggressive and taking a shot. Just a better play there by the defense.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. The Gators will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Reads it, fires complete. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. We've made our way to the 2-minute warning, and now they'll try to at least cut a little something off of this lead before the break. He wants to throw. He's got him wide open. He was on his way. He could smell it. He gets it inside the 10. They stop him at the 9. And that big gainer on the last one has him threatening from inside the 10. He'll just keep slinging it. Scrambling away. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Bears!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Sam Houston is in the unusual position of having to come from behind right now, but there's not a soul who doesn't believe they can't pull this off. They're trailing by 10 to Oregon. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Got room at the 35. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his speed as he moves those sticks. And the Gators moving quickly to the line. Going up top on first down. Pressure coming. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. Quarterback empties his backfield. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to throw on second down. Lets it fly. And he's got it inside the 10. Touchdown Gator. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense gets on the board, and the first passing touchdown of the season, and I feel pretty confident saying the first of many. This offense looks like they're in a good rhythm, and this passing attack's going to be hard to stop.
14.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
Well, this offense has come out slinging the bill. They are throwing it. They're trying to be aggressive. We're only in the second quarter, guys. Already, this guy has over 200 yards passing.
Immediately fires to the middle. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Now on second down. He's looking to throw. Just a short pass to the tight end. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. They'll try to get the first through the air. It's complete to the left. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. The Bears will line it up on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And they'll get to the line and spike it to stop the clock.
It's second down.
They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to it. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
And he just throws it away on third down. I don't think you can give up on a play like that. So now on 4th down, they'll try to salvage a 3 and just get points before halftime. Kick is good. The offense has 3 points to show for the drive. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside his own 15, trying to follow his blockers. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Looking for a deep man. Incomplete. He took a shot on the final play of the quarter and couldn't quite find his man. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Men, it should come as no surprise that we have ourselves a fun matchup in Waco. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate.
Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Pocket starts to collapse. Bulls his way forward. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. You open a drive like that and you've got some operating room. It's first down from the 38. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
That quarterback putting his face in the fan, I love it. Coming up quickly, making a tackle in space.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. The give out of the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. If every journey begins with a step, this offense needs to step into a third down conversion and then try to turn it into some scores, and fast. They've got the screen set up. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And the Bears will punt it away on 4th down. First punt was gorgeous. Let's see if he can do it again. Let's see what he can do with it. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. First down here for the offense. They'll give it to the back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. The Gators want to crank the tempo. Looking for a gap. It's Mayo. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Finds his tight end. Still running at the 40. Off he goes. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Gators have pushed it inside the 20. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They get him down after a 4-yard gain to the 6. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown, Florida! And they take it in for 6 more points. And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And it's been a long day for this offense. If you can't protect your quarterback, it's hard to be successful. That's the 5th sack they have given up. The offensive coordinator has no answers, and this defense has been flying around.
It's a draw. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
He lobs one high down the left side. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Just like that. A huge gain, and they've got it inside the 10. They'll mark it at the 8.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come to...
Touchdown, Baylor! And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. I mean, sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late, but at least you got the party started.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. He'll pull it down, and they swarm him under. And the Gators in the hurry-up. On second down, looking again to throw. Trying to escape and get it himself. The expressway is wide open. And the strategy of just letting the quarterback run until he gets tired is not a winning one. Another explosive play and another first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Across the 25. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And the freshman does a great job using his technique and getting the man on the ground as they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. No question they wanted to get the ball to their playmakers, and both receivers have come up big through 3. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looks as if he's going to run it. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Gators!
Well, these players came together. I've been so impressed, not just by the talent, but also by their composure. Handling this kind of environment in the first game of the season, this says a lot about the leadership in that locker room.
He'll bring it out. It's Law. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. That completion delivers a first down. He's going to pass. He's open on the right. Hit the afterburners, kid. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. That last big play has them in business. Just outside the red zone, it's 1st and 10. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Gets it out quickly. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down. Let's see what they've got on second down. The aerial assault continues. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays, but this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
Well, when you're running the drag route against man coverage like that, as a quarterback, you got to put the ball out in front of your target. And when you do that, you give the guy a chance to then advance the football up the field, pick up a first down like they did right there.
He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance. On fourth down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really tough run there. He got 4. That'll leave him a yard short on 4th down.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
Wants to throw on first down. Getting some heat. He'll pull it down and run. At the 45 on his way. They finally make the stop, and he shows why he is dangerous on the run, too, and he's got a first down. The Gators come to the line in the hurry-up. They want that clock to run. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He'll pull it on the read. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. Here they come up to the 23-yard line, not thinking field goal, wanting to convert this 3rd and short. Coming after him. And this looks disastrous. Oh, down he goes. A huge loss on that play.
And that is a great job by the defense, containing and constricting the pocket. There was nowhere for the QB to go, and he did not have a lot of time. He went down quick.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Quickly complete. Will not get there. A 4th down stop. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. He wants to throw. Got it set up on the outside. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. To the air on 1st down. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. A strike downfield. Bust through behind his pad. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bears!
Nice job by the offense going down the field, putting points on the board, but you're still down a couple possessions. Still need some good things to happen. You need your kicker to go over there and get warmed up. We need an onside. We need to score some points. We need a lot of things to go right to win this football game.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Quarterback checking off. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. And that one falls incomplete, trying to get a chunk play on that one. And the Gators want to move quickly. Quarterback keeps it. Just a 1-yard gain leaves him with 3rd and 9. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Inside the 25. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Florida! And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Florida, 49. Baylor, 31.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Not a lot of hope here, down 3 possessions late.
No, and I love this part as a pass rusher because I'm just pinning my ears back, getting to the quarterback. I know it's a pass every single time. Palmer, I'm trying to pad my stats. I'm sure you're just trying to stay upright.
Well, we're definitely just trying to stay alive at this point, but you're also trying to build confidence, too, for your next opponent. If you can find some completions late in the game, even though it looks like you're going to lose it, it's all about building on the good things you do this week so that you're out executing at a higher level the next time.
It's complete. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. Looking to move it through the air. Going to try to get it himself. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Got to get lined up to spike it and stop the clock.
Incomplete. It's now third down.
Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory?
Get set, get set.
They'll try to get it through the air. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. The Bears come to the line with a new set of downs. And they spike it to stop the clock.
Is incomplete. It's now
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Trying to get to it. And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Feeling some heat. Under heat, he gets rid of it.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now if you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback.
And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on fourth down.
And I tell you what, you see this a lot. Fourth down, I'm putting pressure on the quarterback. The defense brings the blitz. They have no answer. Nice job being a bull.
He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Gators. And the route is on. They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Florida, 56. Baylor, 31.
Coming out with it, it's Law. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. On first down, here comes this offense. He's looking to throw it. And that's just a flat misfire, not even close to his receiver.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the field.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will, throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.
More defense optional. You didn't really get too much of that stuff, but, listen, you got to get a few stops late in the game. You got to get one, actually just kind of one stop.